So I want to give a little bit of background and context before I say what I'm going to say. My name is Mary Davis. I am of Christian Palestinian origin, and back in 2016, 2017, I went to visit my family there in Bethlehem, Palestine, while majoring in journalism and media production. And for college credit, I was doing a documentary on the Christians there. And I did a short documentary called Christians of Palestine Life Behind the Wall. So, following this documentary, I recognized immediately that what I witnessed there with my own eyes and my experience did not equate to how the media and government were portraying what was happening on the ground there in Palestine. And so I want you to keep that in mind when I tell you what I'm telling you. So, Candace Owens, lover, hater. Today, I did a compilation of her podcast, clips from her podcast, where she is talking about how Israel arms and aids terrorists in order to expand their borders and territory. And she was specifically mentioning Syria. And there's a video of me from 2020 as I was digging up information because the documentary led me in this direction to start questioning things that we were being told to look into this, right? And I looked into Israeli sources and other sources, and I put things together rather quickly and saw that we weren't being told the truth. And so I want you to take a look at this because this is Candace Owens today, January 5th, 2026, and a video of me presenting back in 2020. Take a look.
The idea that if you're not happy that Maduro was taken down, it means that you think he was a good man. No, this is the same thing that happened with Assad, and I was proven correct in Syria. Israel wanted Assad gone because they want to expand their borders for the Greater Israel Project.
Here's a picture of Benjamin Netanyahu in front of the sign in the occupied Syrian Golan Heights that was gifted by U.S. President Trump to Israel, basically declaring that the land now belongs to Israel. And he's in front of a sign called Trump Heights, where they plan on building a settlement there, by the way. So we're going back to the settlements. Think about that when I'm talking about this, because Danielle Louise talked about expansionism. She talked about taking over other countries in order to expand Israel. And here you go. Here's an example of this actually happening at this very moment. And in case you don't believe that's what's happening, let me show you an Israeli news source. The Times of Israel reported back in 2017 that ex-defense minister said IS, which is Islamic State, which is ISIS, apologized to Israel for November clash. This isn't just any source or any person saying it. This is the ex-defense minister of Israel saying that ISIS apologized to Israel for a November clash. So why would they apologize to Israel in the Golan Heights, out of all places? This happened in the Syrian Golan Heights, the land that is now gifted to Israel. So was ISIS securing that territory for Israel? Because it most certainly seems that way. And the fact that Israel had communication with ISIS, I thought this was a radical group who wishes to annihilate the Jewish state. But here you are having a conversation with them. And it seems to me, maybe they were trying to secure that piece of land for Israel.
Israel had been working with Al-Qaeda or Al-Qaeda adjacent group. I think it's Al-Nusrat is the name of the group, because they work, of course, when you see, oh my gosh, there are these radical Muslim groups. Okay, yeah, they're kind of working with Israel. That's why they never attack Israel.
So here we have Efren Helvi, the former director of Mossad, who was interviewed on the Al Jazeera network by British journalist Mehdi Hassan on 31 May of 2016. And here he admits that Israel aids Al-Qaeda in Syria, that he has no preference who wins between the Syrian rebels and President Assad. And then he also admits to aiding the terrorist organization and not denying any strategic reasoning behind that support. But the most strange statement that he made in this interview was that Israel has a different relationship with Al-Qaeda than the United States because Al-Qaeda has never attacked
Israel.
So we're just doing the same stupid thing over and over. Iraq, Syria, Afghanistan. No, really, this time we're toppling evil. Oh, millions of civilians dead? The states are worse than they've ever been. What happened? Oh, I know what happened. Imperialism happened. People at the very top, the oligarchy that runs the world, got richer. They became more powerful. And the rest of us, yeah, no, not doing any better, actually. But if we're lucky, our sons will be able to go die overseas. That's kind of the offer. I don't know. Anyways, just keeps happening. It just keeps happening. And I just would like to get off the hamster wheel. So no, to be extra clear here, I do not believe Maduro was a good guy. I am not Team Maduro. Nor do I think that Assad was some perfect president of Syria. I just recognize the CIA and the Mossad and what they keep doing over and over again. Seems pretty clear to me. I recognize patterns.
We're not all conspiracy theorists. Some of us are just very good at connecting dots and recognizing patterns. And that's precisely what I did back in 2017 through 2022, where I was actively online and seeking information. Now Israel's paying their influencers $7,000 a post to sway public opinion in their favor. Back then they had an app called act.il that they were using, where they would send people through this app to go and comment on your posts, to report your posts. And I recognized that, and I dug up this information on that program that they were using. The information that Candace has brought forward about 9/11 and possible Israeli involvement, the USS Liberty, all of this information I spoke about back then. Even Epstein and the Israeli connections, I wrote a blog post on that. So you can go to christiansofpalestine.com and look at that information and go look and read it. And I have hyperlinked sources in there, many of them Israeli sources. And see this information from back in 2019 when I started posting. I believe the earliest was 2019. And what people are saying now. And you're going to see that it's not a conspiracy theory. It's just information that they don't want anyone to know. And when I see the powers that be attacking Candace the way that they are, I'm not surprised, because they did it to me. I was a nobody. I'm not that popular online or social media. I didn't have that kind of presence, but they knew about my documentary for sure. And they smeared me in blog posts. They followed me online and harassed me. They attempted to have me fired from my position. So why would someone do that? If you're just speaking out about the Israeli government, why will they smear you as anti-Semitic? I'm a Semite myself. Palestinians are Semites. So why are they so comfortable doing that to people when we're really just trying to convey the truth? And isn't that what journalism is asking questions and trying to get answers and connecting information? It seems like that curiosity is being shut down and investigative journalism is completely dead in this country. And honestly, it's a little frightening. But keep it up, Candace Owens. And, I stopped a long time ago, but my information's out there. Like I said, take a look at my blog, christiansofpalestine.com, and you'll see. And also go visit YouTube and watch my short documentary on Christians of Palestine. It will show you a different perspective of the people there and what was really going on back in 2016, 2017, long before 2023. Take care.